Hello! Hi, how are ya? Happy Thursday. Once again, I'm here to just check in with my body. I thought I'd bring a little music to the table tonight. I don't always do that. This is some more Chiba, Big Calm, and then later we're gonna have some Rising Appalachia. I like to give credit to the musicians. Maybe we'll get to some Chet Baker, but probably, oh no, wait, 07 I put in there. Anyway. Gonna take a breath or two to set my intention. I got my rose quartz hearts, stone hearts out, kind of feeling some warmth in there. I'm just gonna take a couple breaths to bring my awareness into my body, especially into the bottoms of my feet. I'm not used to talking when music is going on. Hopefully that's working out for me in the other room. It's all a grand experiment, right? Anyway, I'm setting my intention today on calmness, coziness, comfort, being okay with not being okay with uncertainty. I hope everybody's doing all right out there tonight. This evening, today, wherever you are, whatever time it is, it's evening here. Sunset walking time after this. Let's start with a little top to bottom stretching. I encourage you to follow along if you feel like it, or just tune into your body and do what feels good in your body. There's really no right or wrong way to it. It's just about giving yourself some loving attention, some movement. So I encourage you to do that. I'm gonna add just a little more swaying and swinging the arms, because I find that's a great way to dissipate excess energy. And I've been sitting at the desk a while now. I'm gonna add a little qigong circle here, so get a little fancy. It's gonna go up in a circle, and then I'm gonna step back, and I'm gonna go whoosh, and I'm gonna come forward, up around in a circle, whoosh, the other side. It's just kind of an energetic move that I like to get into, explore. Again, there's really no right or wrong way to it. It's about feeling your body, finding the energy. I mean, there is right or wrong ways to it, but I'm not concerned with that. I'm not demonstrating that. So don't concern yourself with it. All right, let's do some expansion and contraction. Feels good in my body, which is just to stretch, get really big, stretching the fingers, trying to stretch my toes, flexing the back, just I can stick out the tongue, and then I'm going to contract, ball up into a nice tight ball, bringing my fingers together, bringing my spine in, just making my body into a tight little ball. Hi, Sappy Cat. And on the breath in, I'm going to expand again. And then on the exhale, I'm going to contract. Give myself a nice hug. I got right arm over left, kind of just pulling those shoulder blades apart while I'm down here. And then again, on an inhale, I'm going to expand. And then one more contraction, this time left arm over right. Give myself a nice hug, coming down into a tight little ball. Just feeling how the body's feeling today. And now I'm going to stand up into a forward fold, bringing my hands down for support. And I'm going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Seppi likes the yoga time. I don't know if you can see her down there. Just again, checking in with the body, seeing how the spine feels, seeing how the rest of the body feels. Shaking these arms out a little after sitting at the desk. Let's do a little more arm stretching, starting with some rotations. I'm starting backwards. You can start whatever way you want and then reverse that after a few. Shake that out. I'm going to bring left arm across the body using my right arm to pull on that a little bit. Oh, sorry. We're going to have a little commercial there. That's the downfall of a YouTube playlist. Bringing the other arm across the body. I'll try to talk louder than him. Bringing the arm across the body, dipping that shoulder down, using the opposite arm to pull on that arm a little bit, getting a nice stretch. Let's do that again. Left arm across, and this time I'm going to also tip the neck, kind of pull that shoulder away, getting a nice stretch through the neck. You can add to that stretch by aiming your chin towards shoulder, ear towards shoulder, chin towards shoulder, and ear towards shoulder. I'm going to release that and bring the right arm across. Hopefully we're going to get another song. Who knows? Again, I'm going to bring the right arm across, drop that shoulder, and then tilt the head away. Getting a nice stretch through the neck, being nice and gentle and respectful of the neck. And then tilting chin toward shoulder, ear toward shoulder, chin toward shoulder, ear toward shoulder. Guess perhaps the music has given out now that they've given us commercials, huh? Oh well. So much for trying. I'm just adding a little more arm rotation, shaking that out. Let's add some leg stretches while we're starting top to bottom. I'm gonna shift my weight and bring my weight over onto my right foot and bring the left foot up first. Aiming my, I said my chin, but I meant my knee toward my shoulder. None of those is my chin. Hey, my cat's gonna play us the song called Tear the Couch. So I had a little ankle rotation, one direction and then the other. Bring this knee up toward shoulder a little bit further. Make sure I'm relaxed in that supporting leg. Bring my awareness again into that supporting foot, connecting into the earth. Bring this foot into the groin area for a nice little balancing pose. Embodying a mountain or a tree here. Play with different arm poses if your balance is feeling good today. Mine's feeling about I'd give myself a 6 on Angel's scale of 1 to 7. How about you? Where are you at today? It's my inside joke. Because how would you know? It's my scale, right? What about your scale? I'm going to set that foot down. Put my weight onto my left foot and bring that right knee up towards shoulder. And then give that ankle a little rotation. Again, making sure I'm relaxed in that supporting leg. Trying to pull up in the pelvic floor and staying nice and long and strong in the abdomen and the spine. Don't forget to breathe and smile. I forgot to say that earlier. That's the most important thing. Bringing that knee up a little higher now and really getting a nice stretch. Again, focusing my attention on the bottom of that supporting foot, rooting into the center of the earth. Making sure that knee is not locked. And I'm going to bring this foot in toward the groin and set it there for some balance. Check the balance on this side. Let's do a quick 5-finger mantra. I trust, I align, I connect, I let go, I play. I let go, I align, I trust, I play, I connect. Set this foot down and give that a little stomping out. Well, the music was my whole plan for keeping track of time. So perhaps I have to just do a quick check. I think we're good. We're like, good, right? Oh yeah. Let's do another quick roll down, and then I'm going to do some triangles. But first, I'm going to bring arms up overhead. Get a nice stretch again, just leaning back. Kind of just getting a nice gentle stretch to whatever degree feels good there. I'm going to bring these arms behind the back now and bring elbows towards each other, opening that chest and make that stretch a little more intense. I like to open the chest there after sitting at the desk. And now I'm going to bend forward with a relatively straight back, bringing these arms behind me, still pulling my elbows toward each other, coming forward. Wherever feels comfortable, try not to lock those knees, and bending from the hips, not the waist. And then bringing these arms up overhead, letting the head go. Just getting a nice release there. Actually add a little twisting, bringing these arms over to the right. And then over to the left, stretching the other way. Coming back down forward and releasing the arms. Give the body a nice check all the way down the backs of the legs, down to the toes. Check in with those toes, and then I'm going to give the body a nice check all the way up as I roll up through the spine, and just checking in with the whole body. Let's do a little tapping from the top to the bottom. Now that we're back at the top, again, another way to dissipate excess energy, to keep ourselves calm and healthy, and just to check in with the body. This is a nice gentle tapping. I'm using my fingertips, not hard. Sometimes if I have a lot of energy, I do it a little harder. And then even more gentle with 2 or 4 fingers around the eyes. There are some nice pressure points and meridian points through here. And then I usually use just 2 fingers under my nose or above my upper lip, and then on my chin below my bottom lip, again with 2 or 4 fingers, and then I usually use all the fingers on the chest here. Again, this is just to check in with the energy, to rebalance the energy, to dissipate excess energy, and to dislodge stagnant energy. I'm going to come down the arms real quick just because my body's calling out for it, so you follow along if that feels good. I know it probably sounds a little extreme because it's slapping, but again, I get a lot of stagnation in my arms, so I find it's really helpful to check in with the joints. It kind of comes from my Chinese medicine and martial arts background, so maybe you want to do just some gentle rubbing. That can be good too. You do what feels good in your body. And keep it playful if you can. Let's do some tap snaps. All right, I'm going to roll back down and do some triangles. So I'm going to adjust, and then let's do a roll. I'm going to roll down so you can see me, and then I'm going to pivot and do triangles, I think, because, you know, I'm working with the little sliver there. Nice little slim sliver. How you doing? All right, rolling down, taking my time, just checking in again with the lint and the spine. Coming all the way down past the waist, in to bend from these hips, deep in the hip socket here, and then I'm gonna walk my feet out a little, and I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna check and see if you can see me. I think you can. All right. So from this pivoted position, I'm gonna use my hands on my ankles, and pull a little bit. You can use your legs if you don't want to go all the way down to the ankles. Again, relaxing and letting go through the hips here, and using my hands to just pull a little bit. And then I'm going to walk over to the left side, adding a little twist to this triangle. And then I'm going to increase that twist by raising my left hand up over behind and above me. Kind of try to look for a straight line energy off the spine there, tangent. Well, you see I'm not really straight lined here, so maybe it's like a, I don't know what, an exclamation point. And I'll bring that back down and come over to the other side. And first, just pull my body over to the right, again from this hip socket. Give that a breath to adjust, and then I'm going to increase that, bringing the right hand up overhead, bringing my eyes to gaze past the fingertips there. Really looking for that perpendicular feeling off the spine. And then bringing that back down, coming back to center. I'm going to step my feet out just a little bit wider and increase that center stretch, just bringing the body down toward the floor or back through the legs there. And then I'm going to roll up from the straddle position, really paying attention to pulling up in the pelvic floor and trying at the same time to tune into the spine. Let's walk these feet in, one step at a time. All right, shake those out, stomp those out. Again, I don't have my music, so I'm gonna check in on the time. I think we're still doing good. How you all doing? All right. Let's add just a little more stretching action since we got into that triangle pose. I'm gonna bring left foot in front of back foot. Let's see if I can get it a diagonal here. And first I'm gonna come into a nice warrior pose. I know that wasn't great flow, but we're just gonna go with it. I'm bringing the back heel up here and really feeling that strengthening through this supporting leg and trying to bring my hips both facing forward and making sure not to crunch this knee past the toes. So you're looking for approximately a 90-degree angle if you can in that front leg, or less if that's more comfortable, but not going past that 90-degree unless you know your body and that feels good to you, in which case you do whatever you like. I'm going to bring my hands up overhead and then come into this diagonal position, really trying to feel for that diagonal line. And then I'm going to bring both hands down on either side of my front foot, straightening that leg and come into a nice forward fold over the front leg. I'm going to bring my weight onto my hands as I slide my heels apart and go for kind of a splits-ish position to whatever degree feels comfortable. I like to kind of rock back and forth and play with that. Again, you do what feels good in your body today. I'm going to bring weight back onto the hands, slide that front foot forward, bend the knee, and bring my weight forward as I bring my back feet up to meet the front foot. Hang here for a breath. And then I'm going to roll up one more time. Again, checking in with the spine. Maybe it's a little more supple now, a little bit warmed up. This time I'm going to go right foot in front of left foot back into that either a horse stance or warrior stance. Not a horse stance, pardon me. Warrior stance of some sort. Horse stance, anyway. Whatever you want to call it. Some kind of powerful feeling stance. I'm keeping my back foot off of the ground. And again, try not to crunch this front knee. Pulling up in the pelvic floor, staying nice and long and strong through the abdomen and the spine, and remembering to breathe and smile. Coming into a diagonal here. Giving that a little couple breaths of strengthening. Really pushing that from the back heel all the way through the fingertips. And then I'm going to float these fingertips down on either side of the front leg. Straighten that front leg and come back into a forward fold over the front leg. Here I am again, really bending from the hips, mostly on that front leg side. I'm going to bring my weight onto hands and come on down into a split-ish position. I don't know where I went in the picture there. Trying to come back where you can see me. I think the lighting has changed. Just noticing how each side feels. My sides feel pretty different side to side, so I like to kind of check in with that. And bringing my weight back onto my hands, bending that forward foot, sliding my forward foot back and my front foot forward. Coming back into that forward fold one more time. Let's bring hands behind back again. Kind of come back to where we started a while ago, bringing those up overhead for a nice stretch. And then coming up, engaging the abs now, bending the knees, and coming up with a relatively flat back, letting those fingers guide. and pull almost. And coming up into a counter stretch. And then back to center. All right. I think I might have lost you for a minute. I'm not sure. We're getting down to the wire of time. I think we are. Kaylee, Paula, Lynn, I think. I can't quite see. The names are disappearing there. It's great to see you out there. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you stopped by if you did, so I can feel like I'm doing some good out here. And in any case, make sure that you take care of your body. Give yourself some loving attention. Hey, Felicia. Don't forget to stay calm. Don't panic. First rule, right? I'm going to take a couple breaths just to reset my intention. Tune in with the bottoms of my feet. Calm, cozy thoughts. Don't forget that you are worth it. You are enough. And I'll be seeing you around. Ciao.